So we're about to come into the town of Parrott, Georgia, located in Terrell County, about 30 miles west, slightly northwest of Albany, Georgia. The population as of 2020 was 120 people. Very interesting little town. Basically a farming community, as much as I can gather, just from observing. But this town has always held a significance for me because there was a film, The Longriders, the Western, The Longriders, with the Keach brothers, the Carradine brothers, and the Quaid brothers. The Longriders is the name of the movie. And of course, after the Civil War, they were traveling bank robbers. Jesse James, Frank James, the Youngers, and the Quells, or Millers. And they decided to go to Northfield, Minnesota, and rob a bank there. And that's the scene that is filmed here in Parrott, Georgia. This was back in the 70s, and I remember the late 70s, I'm pretty sure, or either the early 80s. I'll have to double check that. But anyway, I can remember friends of mine talking about it. Some of them, I think, even had opportunities to have parts, like stand-ins or whatever during the filming. So it's always fascinated me for that reason. I don't know why. I guess I'm just I love westerns for one thing, and this really is one of the best westerns I've ever seen. Now, this little store we're looking at now, Kelly's Kitchen now it's called. They've done a little remodeling to it, upgraded it a little bit, but it's been here the whole time. So more than likely, all the movie stars frequented this store, probably having breaks and lunches or whatever. So this little town has that history, which intrigues me. And so we're going to do a video on it today, as much as I can, and give you some sort of an insight as to what went on here, showing you the different scenes and whatnot as much as I possibly can. Okay, thank you. We'll be getting back with you. So I wanted to show you some of the homes just to give you an idea about what the little town of Parrott, Georgia looks like. So there are some beautiful old homes in here. This town is pretty much quiet and peaceful, laid back. Maybe a good place for people to retire or something, I don't know. But this home right here, I think, is very beautiful. I don't know if it's an old Victorian style home or a colonial style home, but it's a beautiful home, and I wanted y'all to see it. Very beautiful. Looks like it is inhabited. Just a very beautiful home. Somebody's keeping it up. The yards are kept. Very nice home. Needs a little upkeep, but it's otherwise beautiful. I'm always intrigued and really do enjoy older style homes and places of history. So now we're hanging a left onto, I don't know the name of this street, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna get another little video of a home here. I'm surprised to see a home of this caliber in Parrott, Georgia. But this almost looks like a Spanish type home with the arches on the porch, and of course they have irons on the lower level windows to protect the home and keep people out of it. Beautiful home. And so we're just browsing and looking. It's for sale. Here's another older home. This one definitely needs some work. I don't know if someone's living in it or not. But it's a beautiful little home. Just going to get an overlay and a sort of a look at the town, and then we're going to go back to Main Street, which is where the bank robbery took place. Just wanted to give you a little lay of the land. Another beautiful home. Big town of Parrott, Georgia. They do make a lot of movies in the state of Georgia. Matter of fact, I've come to know in the last few years it's probably one of the most popular places for the movie industry to make movies, because of the old towns and things that sort of fit what their need is. We stand with Israel. So do I. Now this is the intersection of Leverett and Church Street. Here's another beautiful home right on the corner here. Beautiful home. Definitely inhabited, have the Christmas decorations up. Beautiful home. I think these might be considered colonial type homes. I'm not sure, but they're very I love them. I mean, I just think they're beautiful. I can only imagine what it would have been like to have lived in a home like this back in the day, back in the mid 1800s and later, when they were new. Now we're at Church Street and College Street intersection. There's another beautiful home across the street. Man, that's gorgeous. There's the old water towers. Here's another beautiful home across the street. Beautiful homes. Got an old Chevrolet pickup truck out in the yard. Can't be all bad. Now here's some folks enjoying a Tuesday afternoon, practicing up on a little golf. Tennis court, looks like it's in a little bit of a disarray there. Still usable though, the nets look pretty good. Here's an old church. Not sure when this church was built, but the brickwork doesn't look that old. Parrott Baptist Church. Let's take a right, niece, and go down here and look at these next two houses. So remember, the population here is 120 as of 2020. So you know these people that live here are proud to be residents of Parrott, Georgia. Isn't that beautiful? Christmas decorations up. Looks great. Here's a Parrott United Methodist Church. And the water towers with what I believe to be buzzards, several of them. Well, we'll slow down up here in just a second when they come back into view, and we'll look at them. Look at that. Hold on. Can y'all see that? Move on up a little bit, Denise, a little more. And you might figure they're perched right up over the cemetery. Let's see if I can get a good shot of them. I hope y'all can see them. Sitting up there sunning, got their wings scattered out, enjoying the warmth of the sunlight. And here's the old cemetery. Okay. I wonder. Let's see. I was just kind of trying to get a date on one of them. Oh, and there's some buzzards actually hovered up over a grave. I wonder if there's something dead over there or what. They're just hanging out, I guess. Maybe there is something dead over there, and that's the reason they're all perched up over there. Maybe everybody's wanting to get in on the action. I see this guy here. He's I believe that symbol there at the corner of his grave is a symbol of Confederate States Army. Let me look right quick. I'm not sure what that is. Might be a symbol of, yep, Confederate States Army. Might not be able to see that very well, but it's actually got the flag in the middle of it. I hope it'll focus so you can see it. This is the family of Arnold. Anyway, look like we scared all the buzzards off. There's another view of the buzzards. We'll get out and walk just a little bit because I'm still a little bit puzzled by all these buzzards. I don't know if y'all can see them. I hope you can. Looks like 100 or more perched up on the water tower, water tanks, all in that big tree in the far end, on the roof of that one mausoleum looking house or cemetery or burial site. I don't worry too much about cemeteries. I enjoy walking through them and looking and knowing we're all going to be there one day. The good Lord tarries. There are the towers and the buzzards. Now this little mausoleum right here contains the two or three people here. kind of unique. Just wondering when all these buzzards are gonna get scared and take off. And why in the heck are they hanging out here? They're on the roof of the mausoleum ahead of us. They're perched all over the tops of a couple of stones, gravestones up ahead of us. Wings stretched out. At some point, I'm going to spook them. Anyway, I don't mean to be wasting too much of your time with the buzzards, but I thought it's pretty neat there that they go leaving a little bit. Okay, I spooked them a little. They're going to hunt higher ground. I wonder if this is a regular occurrence or if they're hanging out for a reason. Kind of reminds me of the old movie, if you haven't seen it, The Birds. Okay, they're getting spooked now. Where the bird's just hanging out, waiting to attack somebody. They're just sunning their feathers, their wings. Some of them. I've definitely got them curious and restless. I hope I don't walk up on something just laying out here, somebody. That'd be horrible. Because typically they hang out when there's something to be fed on. A dying animal or whatever. They were all over the top of Mr. Tilly, 1924, when I started on the other end. I hadn't spooked them out of the tree yet. They're getting ready. Might be the sound of my little runabout Ford Explorer. My wife's easing up here. Okay, we're gonna move on. Just wanted to see that. I was curious about the buzzards. That's a pretty sight. Sunlight coming through the wings of those buzzards. That's different. How about that? Okay, we'll move on. One last look at the buzzards. Curious about the buzzards. I hope y'all can see them up at the tree and on the tanks. Okay, we'll carry on. Move on. Now, yeah, we'll be over on the main street where the bank robbery took place in the film in a couple minutes. So here we are back at the church. a beautiful old church. I'd like to see the inside of it, but more than likely it's locked. Backtracking just a little bit right here. Now I think what we're coming up here on the right is an old train depot. That's what it looks like to me. Plus there's some store frontage. Well, we'll get out and maybe get out and do a little walking right here, Mama, when we get close to it. I believe this is an old train depot. Parrott, Georgia. Let's find you a place to park. Okay, we're back at the store. Kelly's Kitchen. Parrott, Georgia, beautiful mural. I haven't seen that before. This is the back of some of the store frontages. We're gonna walk around to the main front and do a little walk down the street where one of the best bank robbery scenes you've ever seen took place. Now this is the main drag from Albany, Highway 82, all the way into Columbus, Georgia. This four lane out here. Anyway, get a little bit better look at the train depot. It won't be much, but it just gives you an idea of what the town's like. This is the main part of the town. I love this little town. So without a doubt, this was some sort of a depot, more than likely a train depot years ago. Some of the old store frontages, I think, are beautiful, with the little tin roofs on the top of them. I don't know how far that dates back, that type of a structure, but I dare say it's back in the, probably, maybe even the early 1800s. Definitely, the town was established in 1860. So now here is Main Street, Parrott, Georgia. This is where all the action took place. And I could throw a rock just about with just a couple throws from one end to the other end. And during the gunfight scene, there's people all over the tops of these buildings with their rifles and shooting down on the James gang and the Younger gang as they're trying to rob the town. They come out from everywhere. People are falling from these second floor balusters. It was just a cool scene. I hope y'all will go look. If you haven't seen the movie, you need to go see it. It's a great movie. I could watch it every couple of weeks and get all the enjoyment out of it as I did the first time I saw it. Mary Dean's Marketplace, antiques. I'll bet there are some antiques in here too. Let's move out of the road here. Okay, he's making a turn. Now there was guys falling all over from the tops of these buildings. And the James gang, they were trapped, nowhere to go. They'd run with their horses from one end to the other, being shot at all the time from one end to the other. They got shot up pretty bad. This little old stretch of street right here comes alive in that movie. So now here is what they're calling the Planters Bank. But this is the actual bank that they came to Northfield, Minnesota to rob. This is it. This is it. Now I'm not sure exactly. They finally find a way of escape by jumping through a plate glass window with their horses and running out to the backside of the stores and get away that way. But they're pretty shot up by that time, and I'm not sure what store it was that they jumped through. That doesn't look hardly big enough for horses to jump through. Somebody's got a little music going here. A little Christmas music. I can almost reach the top of the tin just standing here. This is so pretty. If these walls could talk, some stories they'd have to tell. Here comes a few people riding through, going about their business. Now this area right here is open, so I'm wondering if they had something built here for the horses to jump through on their escape. I'm not sure. Still got the old tin roofs and this brick. Man, there's no telling how long that stuff's been standing. Got a little bit of everything right here. 128 East Main Street. And up here is a modern day volunteer fire department. No need going much further that way. We'll stand and get a shot. This is from the other end of the town. That's where it all took place. Can't wait till y'all see it. If you haven't seen it, you'll love it. I love a good old Western. There's the post office. The big town of Parrott, Georgia. Population 120. To me, it's just so beautiful. So much history here. Anyway, catch back up with you in a minute. Nothing much to see inside of these old buildings. Mostly junk from what used to be storage. I wanted to try to get a picture of the inside of the bank, which is right there where the pillars are, the columns, across the street from where I'm at. So let's go across the street. Be careful of the traffic and the high speeds. Speed limit 25 miles an hour. All right, we're safe to cross. One of the gang got a little trigger happy and killed one of the bankers in here. It looks a lot bigger when you watch the movie. This is actually pretty small. Get down here low. Hopefully you can see a little bit about the inside of the bank. There's the First National Bank vault door. Back in the back, you can barely see it, the black door. Maybe get a better picture over here with not quite so much sunlight in the background. And then the architecture in the ceiling is beautiful. It's kind of hard to see with all the background light, but it's gorgeous. Anyway, a brief picture and look at the inside of the bank. There's the front window. Okay, see you in a few minutes.
So,
and your name?
Bryson Jackson.
Bryson Jackson. You've been living here how long, Bryson?
About 2 years.
About 2 years. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes, sir. It's a little town, Parrott, Georgia. Got about 150 people, give or take. And yeah, it's got a small town with a big story. Yep.
Amen, brother. I agree with that. I love this town. I visit it quite often, as a matter of fact, just because one of the best westerns I've ever seen was the Longriders. Have you seen the movie?
I haven't seen the movie. I can't find it. I can't find it.
Oh, you should be able to find it. I would think you could probably download it maybe off of YouTube, I would think. You know, if you look for it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so they take pride in that little scene in the movie because they've got it all over the tops of the coolers back here, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna just walk back there and take a look at it.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. No problem.
So they've got scenes of the town, pictures of the town above the coolers. Pictures of the town back in the day. There's one scene where they're all in the middle of the street, the bank robbers. Let's get a little closer. Right there. A little bit more here. There they are. Keith Carradine, Robert Carradine, the Keats brothers, David Carradine. They take pride. I'm glad that they do. Just sort of adds a little bit to the nostalgia. A neat little store right here. Okay, Bryson.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no problem. Yes,
God
sir.
bless you. Take care of yourself.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Elaine, how you doing? So that was the inside of Lucky's and Kelly's Kitchen.
What's your YouTube called?
It's guided by the word, guided by the word, Boyd Delp.
Got you.
Yep.
I'll look you up.
All right, man.
Yes, sir.
Kelly's Kitchen.
Thursday morning, thinking to yourself, just one more day until Friday. But then,
So this winds up the video of Parrott, Georgia. Closing with the beautiful little more video of the mural. So I'll have to get home, do some editing, some posting, and we'll try to get it together for you. I hope it'll turn out good. Hopefully I can incorporate some of the scenes of the movie itself into my video. I think you'll enjoy it when I'm finished with it. Take care. God bless. Okay, I'm back from the Parrott, Georgia, Northfield, Minnesota bank robbery scene, which is played out in the movie The Longriders. Wanted to give you a quick rundown on the cast. That would be David Carradine as Cole Younger, Robert Carradine as Bob Younger, Keith Carradine as Jim Younger, Stacy Keach as Frank James, James Keach as Jesse James, Dennis Quaid as Ed Miller, and Randy Quaid as Clell Miller. I'll attach a link in the comments to one or maybe a couple of the bank scenes just to spur your interest, but I really hope you enjoy this video. Thank you very much. Boyd Delp, guided by the word, and God bless.